Hello, you again. It is me, Val. Go ask Val, Val 101. Value all things golden, worthy to be talked about, expanded on, and the like. I was just doing a video called What is an Egregor? And I gave the answer right there in the title, which says Stay Wakeful. Egregor are watchers. And to keep your wakefulness as you keep your consciousness about knowledge of self, knowledge of other. Excuse me. And I just wanted to come back again and see if I can condense this knowledge because it is of the utmost value to our individual wakefulness. I appreciate the ability for words to circulate around the globe and have relevance to our lives, um, and our ability to add to it and send that word out again. Like mail. You get mail in and you respond. So you correspond or you spond, which is the initial part of the process. So I want to address something though that I heard. Again, it was a question on Understanding Television, Seven Bomar. Um, and the question was Jesus a real person? And are his teachings, or is his teachings um, still relevant today? And so Seven basically started off with the relevance of teachings, practical, good teachings, and that in this progression of life of realizing ourselves, we usually see it as a ladder, or it's helpful to see it as a ladder. As long as we don't get stuck on the rung, then we're going to go somewhere. God did not create a staircase to nowhere or a ladder to nowhere. So this is Jacob's ladder that we're talking about. But Jacob is a trickster. And Jacob can come as Jack. Jacob can come as any other name for that matter. Abraham, Isaac, Ishmael. All of these are archetypes of the mind and the ability for the mind to create magic, or otherwise known as play tricks on you. And so, having a physical twin is the best way to manifest a rival, if you will. Who came first? The red man. There was, even in the womb, and so it is in the earth. This rivalry of black versus white to see who would arrive at uh, this knowledge, this tree of life, or the tree of knowledge of good and evil, to make it plain so that everybody can breathe a sigh of relief and go, aha, I get it. So, first of all, he, again, let's go back to answering the question of Jesus. I believe that there is a literal Jesus, to me, a physical, biological Jesus, whether that is the name, whether it's Jesus, whether it's Emmanuel, whether the name was changed to protect him, or whether he was, again, a kind of human that had evolved so many times within his lifetime, or the lifetimes, that he came with a mission to conquer death, hell, and the grave, and not to be stopped on the rung of ascension, but sits at the right hand of the Father, which again is in the head, um, talking about the pineal gland. So, who should be on the left and right should be mother and father, or if he is beyond parenting, then we're talking about um, wife and bridegrooms or groomsmen, your posse. So it was not for us to worship Jesus and not see that he was coming as an example for us to follow. And the same way that you have kindergarten or kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, those teachers there are your masters and you are the disciple. You're not a slave. Um, again, but you do get evals. So this is the feedback. If you have healthy, clean, mirrored relationships, the teacher will see the student in themselves, and with wholeness they will vibrate a healthy balance. Give them the right kind of push, give them the right kind of encouragement, the right kind of reprimand. Rarely do we see this because, again, we hear teachers say things like, I got mine, you don't. You're trying to get what I got. This attitude does not connect with an impressionable, open mind that is of encouragement. Again, unless that's what that student wants. But rarely do we want someone taunting us with the carrot, the gold star, the letter A, the grade A kind of thing. We want, especially in a more nurturing environment, we're looking for encouragement versus competition. So I believe that Jesus was not as passive and just float around feeding people, patting them on their heads, and playing with the children, and raising up people sitting on the side of a pool. These are, again, flashes and pictures that limit our mind to what the concept and the archetype of Jesus was about. First of all, I've seen Jesus in both. Definitely the white Caucasian version has shown us their version, but I've seen a negative version of black men hanging on a tree as a kind of example. Um, and yet again, where does their spirit go? So to believe in the afterlife, to me, is to believe in Jesus, to believe in having a life before you came here, to being an energy before you arrived on the planet, is to believe in Jesus. Um, so in the way that I think and process, everyone believes in Jesus. That's how they got here. They believe that they could come in the flesh. They believe that they are a word. They are an excellent egg, a candidate that was chosen among all the sperm to fertilize their mother's egg. You won that race, and you won the race of the color of your skin, the color of your eyes, the makeup of your body. You are the winner and recipient of that. So Jesus, Jesus, Emmanuel, again, even the name is kind of a play on words. Zeus or Jesus, he's us, being that J was not part of the alphabet at that time. So the J is the hook, the J is the fishers of men. So that's the part that defies language, because Jesus was and is the Word. The Word becomes flesh. The Word is, honey, I'm pregnant, or uh-oh, or yay me, or oh rats, whatever you say as the woman, whether you, whether you tell the man or not, whether you all tell your quote parents or God or whomever outside of your body or not, it starts with a self concept in the woman's body. And that's why I also believe that there is, again, here's your supernatural piece of it. Uh, the concept to be able to have a baby without a man does not have, can be just practically a single mother. But if you want to take it from the standpoint of Mary, we are talking uh, a an environment, a woman's physical environment, where she is so primed and perfect and whole in her Eve, her evening, and her serotonin, uh, that she does not require outside fertilization. So, can there be a son born of a virgin? Why not believe it? Why not accept it, as we've suspended our belief to watch a Superman movie? Wouldn't that expansion of our mind bring us to a more positive aspect of thinking for ourselves as well as God the Creator, uh, showing an empowerment of who we are, uh, to again do likewise. You know, not even necessarily sit and try to think ourselves instantly pregnant. As a woman, I'm talking about taking the concept to concept, writing things down, exploring the body, and the Bible to say, one, if it was ever done one time, then the capabilities is duplicatable. The other thing is, again, do I want to put all that energy in trying to do that when I have the joy and the beauty of male and female coming together? Um, Again, it depends on your path. There's no wrong answer with that. Um, I choose to use that energy to share this concept, to look at the Bible as a discussion tool, um, and see where we've missed it, see where we've things again have evolved and grown in our own minds, so that we can like I said, stop fighting, stop blaming each other, start making realizations of our self-esteem, of the gifts that we've been given, um, our magic wand, our very own pencil and ink pen to express ourselves and to be the authority in our own lives. You know, stop saying I could write a book and write the book, or at least write a statement and a declaration of this is who I am and this is who I came to be. So shall it be and so it is. And just leave out anything that's not in your ever present reality of now, the way you want your now to look like. So that's why I do these videos. It is for me to act out in the now. This is what I want to be doing, part of my everyday forever. Um, Videos, speaking engagements, walking the stage, with my whiteboard, my blackboard, my green board, doing interpretations, expressions, showing people how words do fit together, even when they are homophones, synonyms, synograms, whatever. All words were created at some point. The letter A was created at some point. Language was created at some integer of time. So, there was a thing before written language or pictures. There was a thing before pictures. It was, mental thought and, again, ethereal thinking, the eval, the egreg, the Emmanuel. The digital came before the physical manual. So, to protect the most powerful ones that know of their godness in a time that been calling yourself God would have gotten you killed, which, again, whether one person, we know there's more than one Jesus in that sense. And the fact that he was communing and symbolizing the parting of himself, and yet saying in 3 days I'll be back, eat of my flesh, drink of my blood. It's like I don't have a problem with these concepts because I am not this flesh and blood. I am not talking about cannibalism. I'm talking about feeding my sheep, feeding those that are young and students of words and knowledge and metaphors and allegories. Excuse me, and getting to a place where they realize the play on words, the figures of speech, the fig tree, the geometry, the shapes, the sizes, the colors of every person, their hue. There is everyone needed, everyone valuable to have as comparing and contrasting to each other, not as a conflict. And so uh, we've all crucified the concept of wanting to be here, or crucified the concept of that we're here. We talk about holographic universes, but for practical purposes, a physical body in this physical world is why we materialize from the ethers, from the Emmanuel, the Esau, to the physical Jesus or He's us or Israel, Isis Ra, and the Elohim, all of your chromosomes, all of the watchers, the egregors, the congregation coming together, the assembling of yourself. after leaving God's mind as a whole sun into a sunburst, coming as a particle, but still being whole in and of itself, and then coming back to this revelation um, as a complete sentence. It is finished. I am he, I am she, I am that I am, and filling in that blank at any given time. That's what makes the word white blank and black at the same time, and makes black white as well. It's just depending on what you need that word for. So when you fill in a blank, you still underline it with black, and then what you put in that blank becomes black. So white man is a white piece of paper coming from a tree. The black ink coming from, again, whether it's the wood from the pencil, or the ink from a quill, or the ink from squid or some other animal that excretes a black ink for us, so that we do not have to write in our own blood. Okay, so thank you for listening and watching and taking notes. Let me know what you learn. Do your own videos so that you leave expression, not just for yourself to look back on, but for your children, children's children. I glean and grow from eating videos of people that are no longer physically on this plane. That's what makes them eternal. And so we now all have access to our own tree of life, our tree of knowledge, to books, to create our own books. Ream of paper cost less than, $6, $5, $3, depending on where you get it from. Dollar Tree. A ream of paper, that is the white tree waiting for your impression to write your story instead of his story or her story or even my story. Unless you want to write my story, and contact me. All right. Take care. I will see you again on the other side of these videos. Thank you for letting me be me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for, again, listening. Thank you for applying this knowledge to your own life. Go out, decree, declare, be the king, be the queen, be the prince, be the princess, be the entire royal idea, cosmos, so that you have no true enemies. You called it a truce. We live in peacetime, and we put our weapons away, and we write for a more pleasant paradise. All right. Take care. See you later.